This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train via Wall Street. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Welcome back, everyone, to Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Thursday, May 16th. Lots to cover, so let's jump right in. Let me know what you think about the new intro and the outro after the podcast. So for the Thursday session, we had 1,034 new highs versus only 102 new lows. We had 38% of stocks advancing versus 57% declining, which I'll kind of explain here. But during the late afternoon, we sold off. We had 31% of stocks below its 50-day and 29% of stocks below its 200-day moving average today. The markets finished at the lows of the session. Looking at mega cap, you have Microsoft down 0.5%, Apple up 0.06%, basically even. Google was up 0.89%, Meta was down 1.7%, Amazon was down 1.2%, Broadcom was down 1.6%, Nvidia was down 0.29%. And looking at some sectors, tech has been leading, but if you had to guess who was the leading sector today, I bet you couldn't. It was consumer defensive, up 1.4% today. Tech was in the red, down 0.45%. Leading to the downside, you had industrials down 0.7%, energy down 0.6%, basic materials down 0.47%. So it was a sneaky sell-off, is how I would summarize today's session. I'm going to dedicate the episode to Wile E. Coyote, and congratulations to everyone on the bull side. The Dow reached 40,000 today. However, it did not close above 40,000, but we at least achieved that record today, right around 10:45 in the morning session, before we proceeded to sell off. Now, we'll see if we're going to just catch a breather and continue higher, or if that was all she wrote and Wile E. Coyote goes off the edge of a cliff here. But we need more data, as Jerome Powell would say. One thing I wanted to note while I'm looking at the recent sell-off that a lot of my paid subscribers avoided, as well as some of the stocks that they've avoided just by me telling them not to get involved with the meme stocks, I'm pretty sure that many listeners have lost more than $240 on a trade that has gone awry, and that is the cost of the annual subscription. So I'm just plugging myself there. If you're not upgrading, it may be costing you every day. So one thing I wanted to kind of walk through here is GameStop, and I'm gonna not talk about GameStop anymore because I'm really tired of hearing about it. But if you take a look at the 2021 Eiffel Tower climactic move versus the 2024, it looks very similar, like an Eiffel Tower. We'll see if it's going to repeat here, maybe trade sideways for a few days or a week or so, in that $30 to $40 range before we really sink and go south of $20. But it's really unfortunate, but you really shouldn't be touching meme stocks. That is just a recipe for disaster, right? Like, there's so many quote unquote traders that are stuck above $40, just praying to the Wall Street gods that they can get out. And I had posted earlier in the afternoon a post that you may not have seen yet. It should be in your inbox, but the chief brokerage officer of Robinhood, Steve Quirk, was on CNBC, and hat tip to Bill Cara, who had posted this. And he was, whether it's sarcastic or not, on a national financial news channel was saying, hey, it's not a bad idea for traders to get into DJT, which is the Donald Trump Media Group. And if you take a look at the fundamentals of DJT, it's horrible. And it's kind of irresponsible, I think. I wanted to post a new poll today and see how many of you use Substack Notes. It's either a yes or no answer, or you don't know what it is and you want to know what Substack Notes is. I've linked it above the poll. It's similar to X/Twitter, just on Substack, so you can follow me there. One of the things I also want to kind of touch upon is 10-year yields. Yields in general control the narrative right now. That's why you see Fed heads and Jerome Powell speaking almost weekly. So all I did was I looked at the 10-year yield. I have a screenshot of that for intraday 5-minute chart. And then I also took the SPY ETF and I flipped it and rotated it 180 degrees. And if you look at this, tick for tick, hour by hour, 5-minute by 5-minute, it follows the 10-year yield. So as the 10-year yield rose all day, the SPY sold off all day. I hate to tell you that this is all that matters. Not the earnings, not the news that's out on CNBC. It's just yields. Higher yield stocks down, lower yield stock up. That's it. So let's keep going here. We had a little bit more action on the SPY, but not much. It was literally 44 million shares at 4 p.m. Eastern. Still fairly light compared to the 68 million average per share daily. What was strong? Not much. You had Extreme Networks up 10.5%, I believe, on an analyst upgrade. Kura Sushi up 8.8%. VinFast Autos up 4.25%. ACMR Research up 2.6% and Intel up 2.4%. That was it. What was weak? A little bit longer of a list. GameStop down 30%, under $30 at $27.67. Coinbase down 9.4%, Reddit down 5.45%, Hovanian down 5.2%, SMCI down 5.04%, Bitfarms down 4.8%, Beazer Homes down 4.8%, MicroStrategy down 4.2%, DR Horton down 4.1%, Wayfair down 3.3%, Restoration Hardware down 3.3%, Lennar 3.3%, BITU down 3%, ITB, which is Home Builder ETF, down 3%, Affirm Holdings down 3%, Toll Brothers down 2.8%, Pulte Homes down 2.7%, Natural Gas Futures 2.7%, Marathon Digital 2.7%, XHB Home Builder Index 2.7%, Carvana 2.5%, DraftKings 2.5%, KB Homes 2.1%. So it was a sneaky sell-off today. What to watch for the free listeners? Keep watching NVIDIA and the Mag 7 NVIDIA reports on May 22nd, next Wednesday. Continue to watch yields, especially the 10-year yield. I will link the economic data calendar for when the Fed heads and data releases are coming. Keep watching TrueUp.io tech layoffs, credit card delinquency rates, Indeed.com jobs data series, as well as the true rate of unemployment. I will see all the free members after the Friday session. If you can do me a favor, free members, if you listen to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please click one of the links in the show notes or wherever platform you're listening to this and just give it 5 stars. It will help tremendously other members, other subscribers to find the podcast. And it won't take too much of your time. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you all after the Friday session. For paying members, please stay on so that we can go over the Dow 30 charts in commemoration of Dow 40,000.